Win, lose or draw, we're still never hiding front lining.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
Well, if only Cedric and them guys could do these things, man. Tavares, pattern up. Listen to my live stream. Pattern up. I needed some of that in South London yesterday. We look like good morning, everyone, as usual, man.
You always just that active red light, defenders. I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Man. Come on, Ian. People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. Obviously, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and even in some cases, good night. I hope everyone's doing well and safe. Yes, Arsenal, listen, to say we got battered is putting it nicely. We got battered, we got deep fried, we got savaged. You know, a sad trip to South London, disgraceful performance from us. We go again. It's just one of those days. Word to Sizzler, man. Brother. Like, we're gonna get into it, and this live stream is probably just gonna be dedicated towards that, because I can't lie, I don't really care about anything else that's going on in the world of football when a performance like that happens. In many ways, obviously, I don't want to sound reactionary, I don't want to undo all the hard work, but I can't lie, I told you, man, this is what some of these men are on. Like, some of these men are not 30. Like, I keep telling you this. Certain men in this team are not 30. You're saying that certain guys that can't even play left back, some of you fans have spoken about play them right back. Certain men don't deserve to lose their spot in the team, you know. Even if some of you turn on Tavares, who you said was better than Tierney, but you lot are shameless, because some of you lot were gassing it. Some of you lot were gassing Cedric. Some of you were gassing Lacazette and the lack of goals and everything else. I don't want to see no one turn on these guys, because when I told you certain men in this team are not 30, everybody said I'm a hater and things like that. Allow it. You know, we go again. The good news is we're still only 3 points behind. We're still 3 points in front of a couple people. We couldn't take advantage of one game in hand. We have another game in hand. Man have to get on the boat again and beat Brighton. Simple as that. The games are coming thick and fast. People are injured. Honeymoon period over. You know, the depth of the squad is not strong enough. You know, you lot were dropping your knickers to give certain strikers new deals, bro. Man are boying it. Man are taking the piss. Like, come on now, man. It's pure doddery yesterday. Shout out to Crystal Palace. Patrick Vieira, tactical genius. Shout out to the fans. The 12th man did their thing. We knew what time it was. They didn't disappoint. Shout out to the players. You know, Zaha showed why, you know, we probably didn't want him to play, and it absolutely terrorized Cedric. Mateta looking like a prime Lukaku, dropping into the channel, just terrorizing, man. AU, you knew what, every Arsenal fan who's a veteran who's seen us play Palace, you knew what time it was when you saw AU. Conor Gallagher, you know, Jotin Anderson technically has 2 assists. I'm seeing centre-backs try licking free kicks. We did not get respected. So if we had to lose to someone, large up Crystal Palace and what they did, I'd rather lose to them. But for us, appalling. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. We have to go again. It's as simple as that. But nothing went right. Nothing. You didn't mash up their clean sheet. The subs came off the bench and added something. The bar's on the floor. Martinelli, Lokonga. Someone help me out. Martinelli, Lokonga. The other guy must have been shit then, innit? Because he ain't done nothing, innit? But Martinelli, Lokonga, and whoever was, I'm too upset to even know, but the 3 subs who came on, you lot added something that wasn't there in it, you know. Cedric, you tried to do a get back in the second half. It's meaty, you know. Worst collective performance in a long time. Certain players, maybe, you know, whether they've qualified for the World Cup, they've scored for their country, they've been playing for their country, they've been called up, they think that we've achieved top 4. Brother, you lot need to wake up. It starts again now. You don't need to be as hungry as you was when you played Norwich and Newcastle at home and got your first wins of the season. I'm seeing people carry on like things have been accomplished. I'm seeing people in the lack of game management. Yesterday, I couldn't believe what I was seeing people. You know, let me, you know, as I always say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and obviously good night as well, people. I don't want to be disrespectful. Large up everyone that's there, man. You know, large up you look. Bro, if I had to lose to anyone, I'd rather lose to Patrick Vieira. It keeps the agenda going, man. The countdown sounds upset. It's a different countdown, really. Large up you lot, but let me just get my therapy out of the way, people. You know, large up you lot. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. But as I was saying, we start again. Crystal Palace, everything that I wanted to see in my team was reflected in them. They did not lose their individual battles. Clean sheet, 3 goals. Everybody did their job. Be very surprised if they didn't get the night off. Credit to Crystal Palace. You know, for me, fullbacks are not winning their battles. Centre backs are not winning their battles. Midfielders and strikers, we're pressing alone. We're defending alone. People are pussying out of 50-50s. People are failing to win headers. People are not covering their man. Everything I saw yesterday, whether you're an English speaker, Portuguese or Chinese, but there's a lack of communication. Go and look at the 2 goals. What's going on? The first goal where we've conceded, listen, they came out of the blocks well. Game management was appalling for us. They came out of the blocks well. You know, the first 15 minutes, literally before they scored in the 16th, the warning signs were there. We didn't control ourselves. Now, obviously, and we've done it positively before, there's times you're going to be under the cosh, but we're not communicating. The first goal, I'm going to draw for the tactics thing in a sec. Ben White and Cedric, you're going for the same ball against Zaha. Fouls conceded, set piece. We're not doing our homework. Man are ducking out of headers. People are not following runners. You know, Mateta is pulling you from pillar to post. You know, the midfield, there's too many gaps. People are pressing alone. The second goal, Granit Xhaka, Lacazette not getting tight enough. Tavares and Gabriel absolutely collapsed it. You know, flipping shit. If I'm honest with you, we have to be real. It was shit. It was bullshit. And what scares me even more is obviously with Partey and Tierney, bro, this is the longest 24, 48 hours I'm going to live in my life. You man are injured. Top 4's gone. I'll be real. The depth of the squad is not levels. You know, some of the players that you lot gas up, it's unhealthy what Arsenal fans do when they gas it. You know, I'm not saying players are good or bad. It's one great game, you're amazing. The next game, you're shit. And some of you lot are going to be doing the appropriate thing. Some of you that was sucking off Cedric and Tavares and all of these duds, and Lacazette, pause, you're going to call them shit now, you know, and next week, if they play well, you're going to call them amazing. You lot really fail to understand what is in front of you, you know, and what scares me is we've reset back to basics. We know we ain't got a squad where we can, you know, switch up formations all the time. The depth isn't good enough. It kind of is what it is. We've shot ourselves in the foot in January. We're relying on, bruv, Lacazette is not doing nothing. I'm sorry, but he's not bringing nothing to the table. He's playing, I know he's bold and that, but he's trying his best to be Fernandinho and Fabinho. That's irrelevant. You know, he hasn't got the legs to get up there. When he's in the box, it's meaty, you know, and teams relish that. Anderson's got 2 assists. He's been on the ball. Anytime, think about football logically, people. If you play 11 aside or whatever, if a striker is not quicker than you, you're going to have a higher line. Second half, we changed things and we looked a bit better and we're actually offering something. Mitchell and my man at right back are having to defend. Lacazette is not pressing. He can't get in the box. You know, you lot were twerking for a new deal, which I'm not necessarily against. Bad man don't do that, but the new deal thing, it's meaty. You know, the partnerships going forward, it's meaty. Odegaard pressing by himself. I love Odegaard. I'm not going to turn on the man, them meaty. You know, Mikel Arteta, you're my guy, and it's more on the players yesterday. But you was on a naive thing. How many times have we got to see this script with Tavares? Nottingham Forest, Liverpool, Old Trafford, yesterday, bro, there's some man, they're not ready for this away game thing. They can't do it. We need a left back in the summer now. I've had enough. Tierney's my guy. Tierney plays every time he's fit. You see what he gives us. No, listen, but the problem is the man's a health risk now. He always injured. This might be a different sort of injury, but you're always injured. I need someone 30 because we know we need to find a certified 11. We've got a certified 9. We need an 8 and a number 9 striker and a midfielder. Then we need depth. If Tierney's injured, I'm sorry, Tavares, you might become levels, but you're a madman. I can't believe it. You give me heart. I don't like to talk about my defenders. You scare me. You're not the guy right now. We might even have to shot that. Like, just shot that quickly or send it out on loan. Bring me Hickney, who's ironically Scottish as well, or that Luke Thomas brother from Leicester, and let's maneuver because, again, now we're fucked. Midfield, we're fucked. And for Mikel Arteta, the one thing I would say is, maybe we could have been a bit humble with the formation. Maybe we could have went with a back 3. That gives Tavares a bit more confidence because he's shoddy in the back 4. You saw how disjointed we was, you know. Maybe that gives him a bit of confidence. Maybe we could have been humble. You know, we expect it first and second balls. You know, maybe if Rob Holding's playing, maybe that first goal's cut out because he's decent in the air. You know, maybe you go with a back 3. You slap Tavares there, or me personally. I know it disrupts what we've got going, but Saka's probably the second best left back at the club, ironically. You know, probably slap Saka over there and do a thing. For me, I did not understand the role of Granit Xhaka until we went a few goals down. I know he's doing this advanced 8 thing, but clearly, as I said, Tavares is shoddy. Tavares is shaky. You have to help a man through the game. We've deserted him. Xhaka's playing further forward. We're on a madman thing yesterday. I don't know what naive fuckery was doing yesterday. As I said, large up Crystal Palace. They smoked us. They got their 3 points. They deserved it. That's their first home win in a hot second. They deserved it. The players, I don't think there is a man of the match because Yachin Anderson, he's not really getting enough praise. Not that he had much to do defensively. Zaha put on a clinic. Winning the penalty is just the tip of the iceberg. That was shoddy as well. Losing the ball in midfield, then conceding fouls. And then Arsenal fans pissing me off as well. Oh, the ref, this and that. Bro, the ref does us dirty beer times. How Mateta never got a yellow card. Maybe we could have got a soft penalty as well, but we were shit, man. Stop harping on about stuff. We did not turn up yesterday from the day dot. We can waffle about being better in the second half and all of that. Tosh, bro, you still lost the second half 1-0. They still scored. And there was times, yes, goals change games. We could be a bit clinical. That's one thing I would say as well. Just like the Liverpool game at home, completely different. Goals change games, I'm not going to get at Smith Rowe for missing chances. I think in the last 3 games, he's done that now. But you're learning the tricks and the trade of the game. If you score and a couple of half chances go in, the game changes generally. That's why we need more Stardust. That's why we need a more quality players to help these young G's. We're in the last 9 games. This is the time where players just need to do their job. If you're a striker, we just need goals. When you look over there at Spurs, Kane, Son, them talisman there are doing their thing. Bro, when was the last time Laka scored from open play? This is a shambles, man. And I'm not going to turn on Laka, general play, work rate, all that tosh is great. But as I told you, look, these are not guys that you can rely on. They're not tugs. They're not tugs, bro. Some Arsenal fans were stupid, bro. Man was saying Tavares is better than Tierney. I remember certain Arsenal fans saying since Tavares should play right back. Come on. Arsenal fans smoking something special, man. Listen, the young players, they're going to do dumb shit in it. It is what it is. Tavares, Gabriel, them man are going to do stupid things. But what else are the tugs doing? Like, shout out Gallagher, man. Bro, yeah, Eddie Nketiah, he was all right, man. Bro, Zaha didn't want to beef Cedric. He was smiling at him, fam. He was smiling. Anytime Zaha plays rubbish, it's because you rattle him and that. Unfortunately, with Cedric, as I said, yeah, them sort of man there, people fancy it. You saw it against Villa to a degree. You saw it against Leicester. Not that he had a bad game. He's just a man people fancy running at you. People fancy getting at you. People look forward to playing you. Cedric tried a little get back in the second half. He got embarrassed. And there's nothing wrong with getting ripped by Zaha, but this is the problem. The depth ain't 30. And for me, that's what scares me. This is now the time I want to see my back 5. And now Tierney's gone, flight risk. By God's grace, Partey's not gone for too long. Tomiyasu's nursing his thing. Shout to Ramsdale for coming back as well. I don't know if he's over the hills with his injury. It's brazy. Again, shout out to Selhurst Park. But we know what time it is. Monday night's not for us. Selhurst Park ain't up for us. Bro, we need to stop playing these IC3 teams as well. God, we can't handle it. We can't handle it, man. We can't handle it. Big up you lot, people. But, you lot are my therapy today, man. I'm sorry, man. I need to just feel better about football. Obviously, I'm not urging panic. We got slapped. We got lost. If you're Spurs, you're licking your lips. Other teams that didn't necessarily take points, it is what it is. Arsenal fans in the club, it's a reality check. That we're not all the way. And I'm not going to lie. Even though we lost 3-0, even when we've won, these aspects have been in our game. The problem is you're called negative when it's brazy, man. Bro, I'm not listening to listen, Gabriel's still my guy, even though you was terrible yesterday. But when Arsenal fans said to Pablo Mari's better than him, I knew not to take man in. Again, looking at it from a tactical point of view, it's all meaty, man. Listen, Lacazette's dropping deep. That's cool. That's his game. But Smith Rowe and obviously whoever else is out there on the left-hand side, it's Smith Rowe and Saka. They can't always run in behind. So obviously, like you saw Smith Rowe, he wants to come in. Sometimes we need our striker and he's dropping deep. As I was saying, if Lacazette's not there, brother, you're going to push obviously you're going to respect these two in particular, but you're going to push the line further forward. You're going to back yourself in a foot race. You're going to say midfielders, Gallagher, whoever, go get forward, brother. What is it? And Odegaard in no man's land. Lacazette everywhere but trying to score goals. Smith Rowe trying to do a thing. Our back four disjointed as hell. It's not narrow enough. It's not tucking in enough. Let's just say that this is Xhaka and not Smith Rowe. I felt he could have screened this role, and I'll show you lot again. But it was just a shambles, man. It's a shambles. But we tactically take ourselves out the game before we play them. Like you can see, there's only per IC3s in Crystal Palace. Natural athletes are us. Slot, Zaha, Beerman. Even the geezers like Gallagher run around for days. we're in trouble with that. We could not cope with that. We couldn't cope with it. And the problem is we can't switch the plan Bs and all these things. A part of me was screaming before it happened, bro, you might as well switch to a back three. Tavares come off, slap holding on, be humble, Saka go up and do left back. And then try something in that regards, man. You know, you still got the men in midfield. Again, Xhaka go and surveil the thing as well, where you rely on Saka's pace, Xhaka guiding it and holding or something, just protecting it. Obviously, Partey's in the six. Hopefully, there's communication. It weren't a thing like that. It weren't to be, people. Obviously, how do you start that again? Sorry, how do you wipe all of this, man? The pressing is dead as well. Like there's no point pressing one man. Like it's so shit. Like it was so shit yesterday. What is the point? Like, I'm not even, you know, you weren't pressing, you weren't interested. But Odegaard or Lacazette, man, one man's pressing. They're just gonna pass it around you. Like, come on now. Like, football's a simple game. If you're pressing on your J's, it's not smart. Man, they're just gonna pass it around you and you're gone. And that's what was happening. Sometimes we're not committing, we're not joining the press enough, and they're simply just passing it around us. You know, if we quickly just look at we knew he's in trouble. You know, Mateta, physical handful. How he didn't get a yellow, I don't know, but physical handful in the middle with his back to goal. People getting tight to him. Gabriel, certain man showed their age. Gabriel getting in handbags. Ben White just savaged. Yeah, he's working the shoulders. You know, again, Zaha, we all know what Zaha's on. My man always, bruv, he knew he was getting compilations in that game, just taking on Cedric for as much as he wants. Tavares collapsed himself before anything, you know, absolute collapse. And when you go and look at the first goal for me, brother, again, not to scale, but again, to highlight the lack of communication, people are missing out on 50-50s. People are not communicating. There's two men going for the same fucking ball. There's no communication. Two men are going for the same thing in Ben White and Cedric. Cedric, man have to talk. You either tuck in and let Ben White do that, or Ben White, get your flipping self back and let him do that and deal and sweep up. Instead, I don't know what you're both doing. You're both doing a madman thing. It didn't bang. You know, you've clattered into Zaha. And then obviously people from that, bro, you know, Gallagher stood over it. Again, not to scale. But I'm not being funny. It's a goal that you'd expect a team like Crystal Palace to play against us, rightly so, but I'm here for it. It's, you know, it's simple business. Again, not to scale. Let's just make things look a bit more prettier. You know, Tavares, they knew you're soft. They knew you're soft. Simple, not to scale. Ball's been cut back, being put across, you know. 50-50s, we're losing it too much. Man, I'm not lose. This is the one thing. You've got to turn up and win your 50-50s. You know me, on the best of days, I'm a passion merchant. So when I'm seeing people not winning 50-50s, not leaving something on their opponent, you know, just one little tackle like that can gas up the man them. You have to silence the crowd. You didn't do none of that. Simple as that. We're not winning our 50-50s. He's headed back across, and Mateta deserves it, bro. Man, I'm moving like Lukaku and Jogba in that. Like, he gets his goal. The second goal is Bandulu as well. Like, it's absolutely Bandulu. Again, Granit Xhaka. Specifically, it's more than just them. It's more than like when I'm just naming players collectively, we're making several errors, just like at Watford. And what annoys me is Arsenal fans will just focus on several players. Gabriel and Tavares, don't know what you man are smoking, considering that you both are young, but you both speak Portuguese. No clue what the hell is going on with you two. You two are smoking something serious, but. Yeah, Lacazette, to start off with, I think Gurhi's over here. Lacazette, who's not quick. Lacazette and Xhaka both do piss poor there in that regard. I think it goes to Anderson, if I remember correctly. Anderson says, you know what, I'm spraying that. He's obviously sprayed that towards AU. I don't know what Bandulu bullshit Gabriel's done, but either way, long story short, AU, you know what script it is against us. He's bagged in it. It's Bandulu. It's terrible. So nothing went right. You know, second half, we did look a bit better. We had half chances that could have changed the game. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, or nothing. It didn't happen, innit? We lost. And as much as we say we're better in the second half, maybe even better than Palace at some aspects, all we had is possession. And what do you do with possession? Come on now. You know, I do think Arteta showed some naiveties, but it's on the players, man. That was Bandulu. That was terrible today. Yesterday. Only positive I'd say is probably Martinelli and Lokonga. That's the most confident I've seen Lokonga look away from home in a hot second. Of course, the age we're at, these things are going to happen. It's a reality check, but it didn't need to happen. And for me, it's happened. Listen, take nothing away from Crystal Palace. Fundamentally, that's happened because we haven't turned up. When the first whistle was gone, you haven't turned up. You weren't there for a game of football. I don't know what you lot were doing in the weeks, in the off period. I don't know what you lot were doing all yesterday. But I never saw people who wanted to play football. So we hold our licks, we go again. It could have been worse. We could have a worse platform. You know, hopefully it serves as a reminder because the games ain't getting any easier. You have to respond to Brighton. Brighton have been shit for our sake. You know what Graham Potter is on. Brother, and again, people, let me scroll down because I watched this game again. That's actually why I'm a bit late, people. What went right? Yeah, I ain't got nothing for what went right. Actually don't have a bullet point. You know, backline, what went wrong? Backline all over the place. Not clearing our lines, not communicating. Fullbacks on the Bandulu thing. Centre backs deserted. People showing their age, even though age is no excuse. Losing 50-50s. You know, not even trying to compete. Struggling to play 5-yard passes. For me, it looked like everybody else is taking responsibility. Like if I'm a fullback and a centre half and it's gone in between, I'm not seeing a centre back or a fullback claim responsibility on that and then shout out and then shout out man after. People are looking at other people to make the difference. Pussy old thing. Key injury scares me. We're not pressing together. It's just a shambolic thing. Shambolic. You know, I'm a big Martin Odegaard fan. Not turning on Odegaard. You were meaty. Still rock with the young players. I won't blame any of the young players. You all did a lot better. You know, Cedric's done well in terms of form. But stop making interviews and chatting. You're not 30 when it comes to this sort of thing. Tavares, away games, you're not the guy. Odegaard, you need to get back with it. Lacaz's too limited. But what the hell do we do past that? And that's probably one for Edu and Arteta going back to January or in the summer. We knew that we needed a lot to go right for us to get top 4 in terms of keeping this squad fit. You know, it's a squad game. So while injuries can play a key part, it is what it is. Arteta signed off on all these players. He believes in them, rightly or wrongly. You know, Tavares, I hope you improve, but I'm screaming new left back now, man, just because, you know, Tierney's a flight risk, man. I love Tierney, but man can't stay fit in times like this. We need someone 30. Tavares, I have no doubt that you might come good, but I said it before you signed, you're just on a madman thing. You don't look like a thinker's left back. You're just on a madman thing. And when you're playing at home against low blocks, when the sun's shining, it's cool. South London, where it gets nitty and gritty, and one of the shittest parts of South London in Deep Croydon, them man got trams and that. You're going to get savaged. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be ugly. You know, performances like that has been coming. It's very disappointing that it's another away game we've bottled, another Monday night fixture we've bottled, which they've also moved Newcastle to that. Horrible, man. Too many players showed their age, but too many hot and cold players. You know, too many hot and cold players. Eddie and Ketty again, Eddie's not relevant to yesterday, but he's hot and cold. Laka is hot and cold. Cedric is hot and cold. Tavares is hot and cold. Xhaka is hot and cold. It's meaty. Like, it's crazy meaty. Like, hey, we're going to be in trouble. Like, we deserve to get finessed, bro. Like, you saw the absence of Tierney. You saw the absence of Tomiyasu, bro. Zaha's not getting that change out of him, man. What frustrates me, as I said, I'm vexed that we lost 3-0. I'm vexed that it's a bitter pill to swallow in terms of the top 4. But what I can't understand is we can't account for anything that happens. But what we can account for is turning up. Turning up's after battle. I never saw a man turned up. Guys look down the barrel of defeat, and rather than standing up to be counted, succumb to it and curled into a ball. And woe is me. I never saw a man fighting. Everyone wants to fight when it's sunny at the Emirates and we're winning and fans are gassing it. When there's every reason not to play, when mistakes are happening, when you tried something and it didn't bang, when you've made a mistake, you need to react. This is what gets you league titles, top 4, etc. The pressure's on, the pressure cooker's on. If man can't take the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen. Respectfully to Crystal Palace, if you can't do it against Palace, Southampton, or Brighton, you can forget about Stamford Bridge. You can forget about Man United at home. You can forget about West Ham. You can forget about the North London derby because Conte's men probably licking their lips. They've added that trophy, us losing to Palace, into their team. It's crazy. And again, if I go to Mikel Arteta, as I was saying, for me, I didn't understand. I get it, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I do think we're at that squad where they're kind of naive. So when we find something, we just have to kind of run with it until we have to switch it up. But I did not understand the deployment of Granit Xhaka in particular because, again, there's games where arguably we lead it less, but Xhaka kind of, obviously, if I just because it looks a bit prettier, people, if we just slap some Palace. Now, if we focus on our back 5, including the keeper, right? Slap Leno in there, or better yet, Ramsdale. Yeah, if we focus on these, man, yeah. Tavares there, yeah, obviously. Now, obviously, AU, Mateta, Big up Conor Gallagher, by the way, and Zaha. Them man, they're gonna fancy it. They rightly so. They all savaged us. Zaha for me, man of the match. Mateta put in a shift and whatnot. Mateta on the last shoulder, getting in between the centre halves, you know, getting into handbags with Gabriel, pulling over to Ben White. You know, Zaha just savage with it. Skillers. You know what Zaha's thing is, yeah. For Tavares in particular, naturally, bro. Like, we could have went with a back three, but all right, cool, we're not going to do that. We know Tavares is shit defensively. We know he's young. We know he ain't played. We know, like with Cedric, they're going to target him. We know he struggles defensively. So why are we not... I'm not even trying to criticize Tavares now, because he's, as much as he was poor, bro, man, he's a mediocre player thrown to the wolves. Why are we not helping, man? You know? I didn't understand. We're making Xhaka do this running forward thing. Xhaka's running forward, doing this bullshit 8 thing. Lacazette's dropping into the 10. Odegaard's doing a bit of everything. You know, Saka's holding the halfway line. Partey's in some deserted 6. I don't know what we're on, but specifically to Granit Xhaka, let's make him Xhaka. What I didn't understand is, why didn't we do what we normally do, where he pulls over into this flank and then Lacazette and Odegaard can make up the difference in his absence, kind of doing what they're doing. Xhaka pulls over and talks. Tavares can get tight. Xhaka can screen, or Xhaka can do that and let my man go. And then communication. Then you've got Gabriel over there. You've got everything else over there. That's why I was saying earlier, maybe you could have just back freed this whole thing, you know, quickly. Just made a back free quickly. And then even you could have went with Tavares. And again, you've got Xhaka or Gabriel and Holding to protect the thing. And I think with Holding and Tomiyasu, more so Holding, the first and second balls, man. Obviously, I do think Smith Rowe started ultimately because he's got a better relationship down the left-hand side with Nuno. But I would have went with that. Could it have been worth going with Martinelli? Because Martinelli's pressing presents issues. You know, we didn't present issues until it was too late. And even then, we conceded again. So, bro, it's shambolic. One of the worst performances of the season. It's been coming. The good thing is we've got a platform to build on. You know, we've been via taking points in previous games. It could have been a lot better. It could have been worse. But, you know, we just have to keep going. What else can you do? You got to keep going. What I would say is, again, previously, I would say we got to Crystal Palace taking 4 points of us, but we haven't turned up in either. Prior to this game, I would have said the points, even though there's more games, the games I would have looked at in the season if Arsenal season goes wrong, or if, in terms of improvement, for me, it's Brighton away, because there were similarities in this Brighton game, in Brighton away to yesterday. We didn't turn up from the start, and we was lucky to get a point in that game. So I would say that game. I'd have said Crystal Palace at home because we dropped points from winning positions. Everton and United by the same logic. Burnley because we couldn't break them down. And I would throw this game in there. Now, it's these games, and obviously the lack of a striker or scoring goals, because let's be honest, on one hand, sometimes you just need a talisman, you know. Sometimes, you know, how many times has City's players, they've been shit, or Liverpool been shit players, somebody just done something. This is now the period of the season where you need everybody fit. You need your talisman. You need people to do the basics. And it's a young player thing. You know, I can't get mad at Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, because you've done a lot for us. And I shouldn't be relying on you. The players that I would rely on, the more experienced players, I don't truthfully believe in them. Big Lacazette fan. No one's a bigger Lacazette fan than me. But he's meaty. You know, Odegaard's not a tug. In these sort of games, I love him, but he's not a tug. These games where it's not really a football thing, he's not a tug. Tavares, I like him, not ready. Gabriel, Ben White, they're going to cost you points as much as they've been bought. They're young guys and they're doing dumb shit. You're old enough to learn from it now. Both of you are international footballers now, or being called up, so I need to see improvement. Cedric, too much chatting. The minute you get in the first team, too much chatting. You lot start again. All that, we've been on a good run of form, all that bullshit is over now, man. I have to get gone. Listen, that Arsenal fan, I'm not even going to gas up the platform and whatnot, but that Arsenal fan chatting shit about the Chelsea's loan system and whatnot, this is the Wallies that get interviewed. That's what makes it worse. We lost, bro. It's nothing to do with referees cheating or bullshit loan systems. We sucked. It's simple as that. What the hell? Robbie needs to stop interviewing Wallies, man. I know the bread's the bread and the engagement levels, but have some fucking integrity, man. Stop doing the dickhead thing, man. Fucking hell, bro. These guys need their head checked out. Kind of nonsense am I on? Bro, I also first smoke some crack sometimes, man. I'm saying Tavares right wing, Martinelli, Marie's better than Gabriel, Cedric this, Lacazette new deal, El Nene new deal. You lot claim the club needs to be ruthless and these things. Some of the fans are meaty, like some like what they're crying for. It's crazy, man. And again, take nothing away from Crystal Palace. If we had to lose to someone, you know, I'd rather lose to Vieira, Arsenal, and that. I can't lie. You know, one of the only, if not the only, black manager in the Prem of recent memory. So I wanted to see him do well. How many black managers are there, by the way? On top of my head, I think Chris Hughton's go over there doing his thing with Ghana. Vieira's obviously at Palace. Big up Darren Moore. I know I think he's at Sheffield Wednesday or something. Bit meaty apart from that, innit? Bit meaty. So big up Vieira. But yeah, man, we got battered, man. Savage. We have to go again. But one of the worst performances of the season. For me, that performance is worse than when we got battered to Chelsea and City and all them things there, because we still are meaty, but we was meaty them times there. This time we just didn't turn up, and you could see it. First 15 minutes, bro, Palace were telling us what time it was. We wasn't learning. There was a couple of dodgy balls into the box for a long period. There was one beaky cross that Partey put into the box, and that was our best chance. Lacazette can't get into the box, and when he does, man, scooping it over. I don't know what he's on, man. Shout out to Palace. We got savaged. And with that, I think I've done my therapy thing, man. CPV 3-0 Arsenal tactic review. So big up you lot on Twitch, man. That's me, man. I feel a lot better. I'm sorry, people, but I normally greet you lot on that, man. I feel a lot better, man. I needed that. Crazy, man. What are you lot saying? Let me scroll the way up, man. Big up everyone. Even the ops, G1, Antonio. I see you lot talking your shit. I respect it, man, because agendas have to agenda. It's not impersonal. It's just business. Love you lot. Bro, Gabriel's still my guy, bro. Gabriel got ripped. He's still my guy. I don't turn on my brothers. Like, if you play shit, you play shit. But if I believe you, I believe you. Gabriel, you know what it is? Gabriel just had the ute in it. His ute's been making him stay up all night, man. He's cool, man. Gabriel is cool. I quite like Gabriel. You're a madman, you know. You're a madman, you know. You're still my guy, but you're a madman sometimes. You're one of them guys when he Kalasi. You know, some guys, when they move Kalam, it's really Kalam. Ben White, I can't lie to you. Away games, you're my guy, but you're getting savaged. Cedric, too much chatting. Smith Road done all right. Eddie as well. Them man knew it's South London. They had to, innit? They probably got local galley there. They knew that they couldn't get Boyd, man. They had to do something. Big up Towns. Big up everyone locked in, man. You think it was, bro? It was everything. Complacency, losing a lack of rhythm, obviously after getting after the international break, but you know, game management, youthful naiveties, maybe some of it tactically, but fundamentally, for me, all of that only goes so far. We were just fucking shit. We didn't turn up. From you don't start the game well, then it's meaty, bro. We was even lucky to go in at 2-0 at half time. Very lucky. We didn't do nothing. They wanted it more. You know, so somebody should never want it more than you lot. I told you. Now I see why Lacazette in the same character. Firmino is, bruv, Lacazette can't chat to him. Lacazette's creativity is meaty. Come on. The lack of revision. Remember, DG, when they were slandering Ober and me and you couldn't understand it? Bruv. Bro, it's a squad game, man. None of these guys are Mo Salah and none of these things. So you need the squad. Bro, we got finessed, bro. We'll listen to some tidy boost in a piece, man. Well, we can't, bro. The IC3 teams, we can't handle it, bro. I can't handle it. I can't lie. We can't. We actually can't handle it. We can't. The minute there's some tugs there and they're savage, we get finessed. We can't deal with it, man. We can't handle it, man. I enjoy these DG tactical sessions. IC3 Terry Venables, real G. I appreciate that. That's a Terry Venables, you know. Bro, Zaha's still catting for the move, and I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching that. I was thinking, yo, we can deal with them flickers and trickers and that. Last dance, man. Might as well bring him. Bro, Spurs favourites for top 4. Any news how long Partey's out for? We'll probably cover that at 11:30. I'm going live on Twitch and YouTube at 11:30. We'll see Arteta's comments, man. But I can't lie. I was just using this Twitch thing as my therapy, man. One love to you. Like, this was just, DG therapy session, man. I can't cap. I just wanted to, you just feel better after speaking, man. The worst game I've seen Partey. I mean, I hear that, but I mean, we've seen some shit performances this season from everyone. I don't even think that's Partey's worst performance, man. We've seen some meaty ones, bro. But we're right, fam. Martinelli, come on, try the little thing. Eddie looked like Eddie hit the crossbar for once. I don't even see him shoot. The phone was on 5%. You know, Lukonga, no, you're a baller again. It's meaty, bro, and it's scary. Cause bro, you look at that bench. The worst thing happened in that game. Obviously, we lost, but you look at that bench, brother. Like, who was we bringing on to do something really and truly? We knew Martinelli come on, but who was like? What's the bench saying? Big up Marcelo Flores for being on the bench, but our bench is meaty, and that's a byproduct of the management and what's going on. You know, we didn't end up. Listen, I like what we did in the summer. But we can't sit here and act like everything was perfect. And this is why there's two truths of the same coin. Everyone that was acting like, you know, there was no winners in January with Aubameyang and Arsenal. Yeah, there wasn't that Aubameyang's happier, we've moved on, but we came out of the January period weaker than we entered with one less striker and less goals. Right? Even if Aubameyang was meaty, you know, and you're seeing what Kane and Son finding their feet on top of their new signings in Kulusevski and Bentancur, what that's giving them. Romero's now back and he's a summer signing, and what he's giving them, the experience of Conte. United have Ronaldo, so you can't rule them out. West Ham are doing what they're doing under David Moyes. If we lose our next couple of games, the narrative switches. Equally, if we win our next couple of games, man, forget about this. The margin for error is getting smaller and smaller. The margin for inconsistency is getting smaller and smaller. So at this time, I don't want to see injuries. I don't want to see a lack of fight. I don't want to see a lack of hunger. Terrible. The only bet. Do you know what positive is? Do you know what positive actually is? We probably got home at a decent time. Southward, if being fair, you probably do have to get on a plane from Croydon, probably to Islington, that's London, Coley side. But it weren't quite as far as traveling from Merseyside or Manchester. In it is peak. And what scares me now is, do we switch up the squad now? Do we switch up the formation we're dealing with? You know, what do we do now? Because if we go to a back three, because of, you know, probably losing Thomas Partey and obviously losing, not knowing when Tomiyasu's back, losing Tierney, do we go to a back three? That's obviously going to kill the little fluidity we had. Bro, Odegaard should have been hooked before he conceded the penalty. Partey should have been hooked. You could see man are breaking down. Tierney's a leader, man. Nah, I can't lie, man. I got cousins that live in Croydon. No one's safe, man. Nah, Martinelli hacked that, man. Like. But I can't lie, Tierney's a flight risk, man. Like, he's my guy, but he's a flight risk. Like, I don't know if you're gonna be fit. That's the only problem now. So I'm screaming Luke Thomas or that Scottish youth from Bologna, Hickney, Aaron Hickey. But that's the guy. He can play in midfield as well, man. Tierney played above international shagged us because Partey, I don't know. Maybe it was just to get Ghana in the World Cup, but based on that game, the juice was gone. You know, Gabriel staying up all night with his kid. Tierney's gone off and played for Scotland and got bodied. Martinelli ain't come back in the best of conditions. Saka went and got COVID fucking over there with England. You know, Odegaard, I can't lie, whenever we come back from international period, Odegaard loses certain juices. Maybe we all know he's giving Haaland his abilities. I don't know what Haaland's doing to him. But yeah, man, it's peak. We just have to go again. Just has to be get-backs. Just have to go again. It's peak. Like, what else is there to say, man? Oh, I told man, forget all of that. Like, imagine they had that. They Vieira allowed us. Vieira wasn't even on celebrating. And it's another game, once again, where we can say we need, you know, better players, bro. Big up Uncle Patrick, man. Lacker's meaty, but at the same time, I can't. I don't know how to make it make sense. Like, if you know someone's meaty, how angry can you get? Like, I know Lacker's not a serious guy like that. So it's like, as much as I get vexed, it's like, you never did it. Like, on one hand, and that's not just him. A lot of these guys, it's like, you know, a couple of you are mad meaty. So it's like, how vexed can I get? It's like I said, it's like a kid that gets in trouble at school. First couple of times, if you're a parent, you're going to get onto them. Well, after a while, that's them, innit? Like, bad you're gonna, only times you're gonna be shocked is when man behave. Like, if Lacazette scores, I'm like, oh shit, like, pinch myself. Is this happening? Is this a dream? Like, is that Lacazette or is it a duppy? You know? I thought pre-season, I keep saying pre-season, international break was gonna be lit. We hearing Lacazette scored a hat-trick in pre-season. I mean, in a friendly, no one killing, they can see that. Arsenal probably lying because there's no highlights of that friendly. They're capping. Lacazette didn't score no hat-trick. They just thought, let's cap it. He scored. I didn't care. He's got more hat-tricks for this club than him. I love Lacazette, but it's meaty. The bar's on the floor. Man just has to work hard. Zaha's brother, he reminded guys what he's on. Tierney is a massive miss. He's only been dribbled past once all season. I can't lie, I hate that old stuff for Tierney for Van der Beek, not Van der Beek, Van Dijk. Because again, what they're defining as that, man. Paul Ince, nah, them man, they are not crazy, man. Them man, they are not my guys. Nuno is so erratic. It's like he can't stay on the pitch. He can't stay still on the pitch. It's all done at 100 miles per hour. Facts. Nah, Gabriel's not meaty, bro. Man said Gabriel got a trim and lost all his powers. And now, man, it's Nitty's fighting outside the bookies. Listen, Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Spurs fans, they're all gonna banter each other when they lose in it. We're all fucking shit. Like, no one's got anything to cry about. Probably Chelsea can sit there and say we're still in the Champions League. United got nothing to play for. Spurs never did it. Arsenal got nothing to play for, but apart from this fourth thing, which is just qualifying for fourth, we're all gonna laugh, bro. Arsenal fans, we have to hold our licks. You know, I'm still laughing at Chelsea's 4-1, but then we got sauce. This is the game. Like, everyone's gonna get this, and for a long time we've been avoiding it. We have to hold it. I apologize on behalf of my locals, bro. They victimized these fake Hackney youths, these new age Shoreditch youths, man. I don't know about they never victimized the real G's, man. This is not the Tugs, them, man. This ain't the Tugs, bro. DG, the minute you mentioned Hickney, Newcastle was linked. They're watching the streams, bro. They know ball. The man ain't scored in open play going 7 games. This is what I'm saying. But then again, I can't really get vexed. I can't get vexed because you've never done it. All right, that's good for Matip and that, man. Respectfully, my guy, I don't really care about it. Matip's a good player, but it's irrelevant what Matip, Romero, all these guys did. They don't play for Arsenal Football Club, innit? I mean, let him come for Gabriel's spot, bro. Because then man have to understand if they play like that, they're on the bench. It's simple as that. This is what I want. Certain men are going to stink up the place like they're always stinking up the place and get rewarded by playing again. Like, it's a squad game. Unless you're a world-class player, you're not playing week in, week out, man. I've been saying time Arteta admit his ceiling. I'm not going to lie. It feels like whether Arteta's lit or not, it feels like there's just a lot of people who have shut up about things, and it just not saying you necessarily, but the Arteta out brigade are now coming back. Like, obviously, you can genuinely have concerns. As I've been saying, even when we've been winning, things haven't necessarily been there. But it just feels like everyone's back out. It just feels that's the thing. Arsenal, as an Arsenal fan, we've seen it. You're never more than 1 or 2 games away from a crisis, really. Like, everything's gone. Reality is there's still a platform. There's still a lot to play for. We can still be in with a fight or fourth, but we need to hold our L, slap ourselves in the face, forgive ourselves for yesterday, hold ourselves accountable for yesterday, and go again. But what we can't do is act like these people are in a position they're not. It's crazy, man. Brother, I was screaming Holding should have come on, man. Should have done that. I don't know when Arsenal win the Premier League again. Right now, you need to focus on being able to get top 4 and things like that. Maybe one day, man. But right now, you can forget about that. Ugh. I ain't fancy doing that. Ugh. Overachieving. It's overachieving. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Overachieving, yeah, at the start of the season, man, we're thinking about top 6 and things like that, but overachieving, what have you achieved? All right, yesterday was a blip, let's say that, but, I can't really praise a manager or say you're overachieving because you found the system. That's what you need to do, you need to find the system, really, playing players consistently, allowing relationships to build, and at the same time, this is his squad. You've picked everything, We all know what happened with Aubameyang and whatnot and who could have come in or didn't. But this is your squad. It's not really an M rating. Everybody's in that squad because you picked them. Whether you signed them or not, that's your squad now. So I wouldn't say you've overachieved. Mate, of course, we all can see you get a number 8, you get a 9. This goes to the next level. But these are the man you're playing, bro. I don't think we play no sexy football, bro. I don't know about it. That's not my sexy football, bro. And even looking at the squad, bro, that's a byproduct, bro. Like Arteta and Edu have made that bench the way they have, what I want to know is them small sections of Arsenal fans. I'm not saying Aubameyang should have stayed or should have gone, but there was a certain section of Arsenal fans celebrating the saved wages. And as I said, when you're, I said it then. I beg someone go through my streams. When you're chasing the game, bro, you can't on the subs bench. You can't look and say save wages. Can you come on? That's dead. You know, man have to make that. This is it. Man have to lay in the bed, bro. This is the situation we said we're doing. This is what we said we're dealing with. Simple as that. We said this is the squad. And as I said yesterday, all right, in the Jan, I was like, all right, cool. Clearly, I want an 8 and 9, like a lot of you. But this is the squad, innit? To be fair, this is the squad that was shit at the beginning of the season. This is the squad that's found themselves like got themselves into this top 4 race. I'll give them credit. I'll give them credit where due. But at the same time, there's question marks. We all know maybe if Aubameyang found this form here, maybe if we had a striker, maybe if there was a number 8. Again, not to praise Spurs, but you're lying if you say you look at them and say Kulusevski and Bentancur haven't given them something. Bentancur, just from doing the basics in midfield, has transformed that team. Kulusevski's getting some stats as well to help Kane and that. What have we got? We knew everything needed to go right. And this whole Lacazette being the favourite uncle, the young G's doing their thing, it's not always going to be the thing. It's not going to happen, you know. And Arteta at times is showing his inexperience. I think he showed his inexperience with a lack of humbleness in yesterday. Maybe we should have, in hindsight, gone with a back 3. I wasn't, Smith Rowe cool, but maybe you should have went with Martinelli. Maybe you should have hooked Tavares off before halftime. Maybe you should have protected Tavares because we've seen this before, like Nottingham Forest, like Liverpool. I think he was all right against United, but he had the brain fart where he gave a ball away from home. Them and there can't be trusted. I don't really blame Arteta for yesterday. It's all on the players. But one thing I'm not going to sit here and say I don't see with Arsenal fans, had we have won that game or got something, Arteta would have got all the praise. And it's all the players. Listen, we win, lose or draw together. This ain't just about Lacazette, just about Arteta. It's the whole squad. And there's going to be a time to talk. And as I said, in January, we might look back and say this is the period where we could have strengthened our top 4 hopes or we've weakened it. But the time to talk about that's in May. This is the squad, for better or worse. This is the squad. We're relying on man that got 4 goals between them in the Premier League. Lacazette, bro. Wait. And the link-up play is overstated, bro. The link-up play with Lacazette's it's overrated. Like, it's crazy overrated. Like, and for me, obviously, I like pace, innit? I just feel when you've got a striker that's quick, you can press Lacazette, Bailey. Bro, look how long it takes him to get up to the centre-backs. And then he's gassing, he's gone. I'm not even trying to get at Lacazette. You're an extreme squad player. Should not be playing you week in, week out, man. Anonymous. The senior players anonymous. Granit, Partey, Lacazette, Cedric. So as shit as Tavares is, bro, if them man are meant to hold your hand. It's dead. One sec, man. I'm still here, people. Don't forget, we go live on YouTube and Twitch in under half an hour as well. I don't know about you lot, people, but I heard you lot lost yesterday, boy. I know my team. I know my team. My team is different, boy. I don't know about you lot, boy, but you get me? You lot don't come South London. Our team is different, boy. Our team is different. Our team is very different. Shout out to Townsend at the time for signing that, by the way. But yeah, man, it's all jokes, mate. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. When I did that with the West Ham one, people got it, man. Like, but I don't know about you, look, boy. I'm everything. I'm out here, boy. Like, I'm out here. I'm touching something this season. Champions League. I'm doing something. I'm not with you, look. Like, I'm a Champions League level YouTuber, so I need to make it, boy. I don't know what Arsenal's on, but I'm coming out of the hood somehow. Like, I am doing something. You gotta be shameless, bro. I've gotta be shameless, bro. Like, deleted prison, yeah. Hey, we beat Lorient. You know the thing. I'm out here, man. You can't defeat me. Eddie Guerrero lifestyle, Luis Suarez lifestyle. I told you, look, man. Should we look at some of the statistics? It's all entertainment, man. I bet when this gets uploaded on YouTube, people are gonna start crying. Oh my god, you're an Arsenal fan. You got a Crystal Palace shirt. I'm leaving with something, bro, from around the way. Like, if you lot saw the paragraphs just from doing that with the West Ham shirt, oh my God. Should we look at some of these things here, people? As you know, Crystal Palace secured their first home Premier League victory of 2022. They won none, drew 2, and lost 3. So it's Arsenal of old. We're giving man their thing. But shout out to Vieira for the greater good. Palace, if you look at any big teams left, you need to move mad. Bro, we're going Wembley, bro. I don't know about you lot, bro. My team's winning FA Cup. My team is different, bro. My team's still in Champions League. I'll leave you lot to wonder, man. Man said Spurs. You're moving mad. Norris, I like you. If you was a pagan, you know where the baby mum jokes would have went. Lacazette has got 19 goals in 23 minutes of Premier League football without scoring a goal from open play. Runs around, though. Arsenal have won just one of their last 8 Premier League games with Palace. You see when you like, oh my God, why are you overrating Palace, man? You shouldn't be scared of them. We can beat everyone, man. Allow it, man. Shut up. This is why. Well, fuck the penalties, man. Yes, Mateta should have been sent. I don't even want to see the statistics, man. Yeah, fuck all of this, man. This ain't a day for none of this. I don't care about none of this. Watching the game again was so painful, people. Peak. Boy, and a dig. If you lot gonna beat Palace, will lose their juice, man. We got Chelsea. That's gonna be DG when America and England join the World Cup. Nah. You won't catch me wearing them American top. You man call football soccer, bro. You man never. Just one of those days, bro. The icy freeze. We just couldn't deal with the icy freeze. It was just mad. It was just mad. We just got savage, man. Hey, Soca, to be fair with you, hey, that is what you need to see. Shout out my timeline, big up all the Soca yellies and that. That's the full. You get me? Worst comes to us, we're just doing the full-time Soca thing, man. Finally, Tierney seeing the specialist for his knee. He's gone, man. He's gone. Yeah. Hey, the Soca backs doing a mad stuff. But yeah, man. When's Nuno gonna complete a full 90? Probably when I get sideburns. Never. Crazy. Big up you lot, though, man. You lot some real G's, though, man. Yeah. Win, lose, or draw, we're out here, man. Sounds even mad. When Xhaka is playing Ish, we know Arteta ain't hooking him off like Tavares. To be fair, we think Xhaka's the worst player on the pitch. Oh, man. Mateta made Ben White look like Marbella Maguire. I like that one. Tony shits on Lacazette. Some weird fetish, don't you think? But some Odell Beckham Jr. thing. But yeah, man. To be fair, it's not hard to be better than Lacazette, bro. I love Lacazette. So please, no one take this as I'm getting at him. But we have to be honest, bro. We praise Lacazette for meaty things out because he works hard. As I always say in football, think about it. Any of you that's played Sunday League, when you talk with your boys, I like Joe Blogs, you know. Someone says, what's he good at? He puts in the shift. You're shit then. Like, you are shit. If man say you put in the shift first thing out, and that's even though I rate Conor Gallagher, that's the territory we're stepping in with Gallagher. Man, keep talking about pressing and work rate. There's only so far them thing there can get you. Look at Lacazette, McTominay, all of these sort of guys. When was the last time we beat Spurs away, let alone did the double over them? But I believe in miracles, but when we work hard, man. I wish this was something stronger than Costco water, man. We go again, man. But you wish Saturday was right now, innit? You wish Saturday was tomorrow, man. The best, as they say, the best thing you can do is just get the games out of you sooner rather than later, man. And what annoys me about Arsenal is goals change games, but we're going to waffle about the 3 clear-cut chances we provided. On one hand, much like the Liverpool game, we need to be better at scoring those sort of chances, them half chances. But I don't know if it's just me. On one hand, you should be scoring them chances. But if we're waffling about literally 2 to 3 chances across a 90-minute game, are we creating enough? Are we shooting enough? Are we presenting enough? Are we putting enough pressure on? When that's just me, innit? Oh, man, Lucker's my guy, but I can't lie. I'm gonna shed a tear when he leaves, but just because I like you, it don't mean I'm gonna lie. Like, if I think you're meaty, you're meaty, innit? Like, if you're meaty, you're meaty, innit? Reaction needed, man. Reaction needed is all I would say, man. I saw it go sometime, man. Don't know why. Like, it just feels dejected. To be fair, well, what can he do? Like, what can he do? Like, what else is there to do apart from Eddie? You know, it might as well just brought on Marcelo Flores, or he should have brought Amari Hutchinson with you. Just give one of them young G's some chances. But, you know, a byproduct is dead. Bro, Spurs have to be the favorite. They're in the driving seat. All I would say is you just have to hope the pressure succumb to the pressure. Spurs got a favorable run of games. I know the term Spursy is one we're familiar with, and on the best of days we're hoping for it. But they're in the driver's seat. Nobody's out of it, in my opinion. Even United, you get 2 wins on the bounce. You know, I know Statman. I'm getting at Statman. I want Statman's blood, car. He's my guy, but I don't. You know my thing. I'm frontline. Whether we win, lose, or draw, I'm out here. I don't rate these dons who bust out, run away when other teams are collapsing or they've won. Then they're frontline. You know, that's some Statman shit. As I was telling Statman, everybody's in a race, bro. Oh, Eddie's phone was on 5%, man. But again, the bars on the floor, these are meaty guys. Like, brother, Arsenal fucking football club, Thierry Henry, Anelka. Bro, bare Lengman up front, Bergkamp. And now look at what we're seeing. Like, even Aubameyang, say what you want about the guy, bro. Let's be real. Like, look, man. No, man, United are still, but with Ronaldo, anything's possible. Everybody's in a fight. As I said, everybody's gone to the park. There's a 4 or 5 people fighting. And right now, Arsenal, we got knocked out. But let's just get up and do it again. We got held at one bang, firm that, get up, firm that, let's go again. The season's mad, bro. There's a relegation race, top 4, top 6 race, Premier League title race. It's crazy. Van Persie, Van Pagan. Exactly. Like, young man up front. At this point, I don't even know if Lacazette could score with his wife. Like, crazy. Don't even think if they were trying for a kid, he'd be able to hit the target right now. It's crazy. Man, and what I hate about Arsenal fans, we're going to do this, if Eddie scores, if Smith Rowe scores, if they score these half chances, if we get a pen, then it's a different game. Of course it's a different game. It's a different game if you bloody switch on for the first and 2 second goals. It's a bloody different game if you start the game well. This is a beautiful thing about football. We can deal with the facts, man. What perch? Arsenal are not on a perch, but we'll have to deal with it when it comes, man. Giroud would be lit, but we can only deal with what's in front of us. Like, and this is these, man. We just have to go again, man. Yeah, he did. G1, you know the Van Persie thing can't rattle me. Like, Van Persie, but as I said before, I don't get Van Persie going United because Van Persie was one of the only players at the time. He kept it true. I'm on this winning thing. I wanted to go Juventus. They're moving mad. So let's keep it moving, innit? Like, sorry, Arsenal fans. I can't get vexed. Wanted to win a Premier League. You did it. Had to be with the pagans, but it is what it is. But what I would do for Van Persie now, though, in fact, probably the Fenerbahce Van Persie would do the business for us. Saying that, I was watching the Chelsea. You see that mad Chelsea game? I was watching it yesterday. I can't remember the scoreline, but like Van Persie scored 2. The last one was that Buki shot that swerved past Czech and Walcott. That was a brazy game. And similar to Mateta yesterday, Andre Santos absolutely fouled by Lukaku off the ball. Yeah, the 5-3 or whatever it is, man. I rate your work rate, bro. Always live, something to watch. Appreciate that, man. Making the grown man cry, man. I appreciate that. You lot some real ones, man. Even the pagans like G1. But I understand in G1's case, it's not personal. It's just business. You know, I support the pagans. He supports the pagans. Not personal. Fair enough. On that note, though, people, I don't want to waste. When I say waste time, I want to make sure that we're actually here for the next live stream. I'm going live on Twitch again. So all you need to do, in fact, can you open up another tab, hit the like button on YouTube? But yeah, man, we're going to be live at 11:30. So that's 9 minutes. We go again where we'll talk Arsenal. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really want to talk Arsenal. It's not that I don't want to. It's like, brother, what more is there to say? Like, there's no transfer news popping. I see some Gnabry BS. There's nothing to say, is there? Like, we got battered. We've spoken about getting battered. I'll answer you lot's questions, of course, but what more is there to say? Like, what more is there to say? Like, unless you man are working and training or something, then I don't want to hear nothing really. Like, unless I hear that Arsenal have completed a signing to join in the summer in Darwin Núñez and things like that, I don't want to hear anything. You know, I know Una Emery has done an interview. Guess we could go over that on at 11:30, but that's all media, man. I don't care about none of this. After I can't lie to you lot, like this is dead. Like even Gnabry rumors are resurfacing, man. The media darlings doing everything they can. And you got Piers Morgan chatting shit. I'd love to slide tackle that fat bastard. Apologies, no fat shaming and them things there, but he's a fat bastard. Love to slide tackle you, like actually off your feet, like proper slide tackle, like literally off your feet. To them ones where you drop, I want you to drop on your shoulder and bust it for your Walcott settings. Take that shoulder muscle clean off the bone. You deserve it, you flipping prick. Shut up, man. Honest to God, just shut the fuck up, Piers Morgan, man. There's too many people in life that haven't been punched in the face. Like, behave yourself, man. Like, we got Jamie Vardy for chat shit get banged. Like, there's just never been a truer thing. Never been a truer thing. Never been more needed, man. Bro, I told man, games in hand is dead. If it don't correlate to points on the board, like games in hand don't mean nothing. You gotta win them. This is what I tell man, and it's not, you can't just look at the table. Like, oh, this is winnable, that's winnable. Man, I have to just take every game as it comes. Don't get excited and keep it moving. It's crazy, man. Just one of those days. Bro, Laka didn't deserve a lot. I didn't deserve that performance yesterday, bro. Felix would be perfect, but my man's not a striker, blood. Per se. Van Persie's son is a baller. We need him. You already got Kai and Thingy, man. Nah, son. I'm gonna open it up to Twitch as well. Don't worry, we're gonna be there, man. It's even Champions League today, man. I don't even care about it. It's not that I don't care. Obviously, we're doing a watch along for the Champions League half an hour before kickoff as well. Don't forget. In terms of the Champions League, quickly as well, if you don't know, let's go through a quick rundown. This just become Arsenal therapy. Sorry, people. I normally make sure we talk about the neutral stuff. But once again, today you've got Benfica, Liverpool, Darwin Núñez watch, and you've got Manchester City, Atletico Madrid, which is two contrasting styles. I'm going to be watching Man City, Atletico. We will be keeping an eye on Benfica, Liverpool. In fact, we'll probably just watch both at the same time. Tomorrow, Villarreal, Una Emery's Villarreal, underdog Kings against Bayern Munich, who have looked a bit booky. They even tried to play 12 players in the last Bundesliga game. And you've got the Eden Hazard derby where he'll play no part. You've got Chelsea, Real Madrid. I swear you lot played each other already. One love for the plug there. We need Jeremy Clarkson needs to bust his mouth again, man. Bro, you know Piers Morgan ain't kicked no ball in real life, man. Man are wearing goalie kits, fam. Come on, man. Come on, man. Grown man wearing a goalie kit. Wearing the full goalie kit as well one time. He's a wanker. Like, Piers Morgan's actually what you call a wanker. Like, you're actually a wanker. Mate, you're a fucking wanker. Like, allow it, bro. So Hazard has had ankle surgery again. It's coming like BBL, man. Them man, they're trying to go at Atlantic City. I hate pussy. Hey, that's a good one. If you know, you know. Oh man, fair enough. That's a good one, man. That made me laugh still. Now I have to go ahead. The game's the game, man. The game's the game. The game's the game. You London United fan. The game's the game, man. The game's the game. Now I have to shamelessly Martinelli heart thing, man. On that note, though, we're live in 4 minutes, man. That was funny as hell, man. Listen, we'll be talking Arsenal and that, anything else and all of that. But yeah, man. Yeah, man, it's not a heart thing. It's not a heart thing. Fair enough, man. The game's the game. The game's the game, man. That killed me, man. You lot are funny. Twitch is good vibes, man. Twitch is good vibes still. But on that note, I'm gonna be late for the next stream. Let me go pattern that up, man. G1, I beg you copy that again. I don't want to forget that Tellerman's war has begun. So yeah, on that note, people, stay blessed, stay safe, man. On a serious note, while our teams might have lost or not done well, health is wealth in it. So I hope everyone continues their good health. Hopefully everyone's in good spirits. Everyone's having a good progressive week in terms of their goals, hopes, dreams, and ambitions. Fuck it. It just means that we're going to beat Brighton and the other big teams in it. We have to do it the hard way. But what other way is there for Arsenal, innit? We don't do things easy, mate. We don't do things, signing a striker that's going to score 15 league goals is overrated. We're going to do it with these guys, innit? So positive thinking. I'll catch you like 11:30, man. It is what it is, man.
There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like
Fuck you, man.